Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sri Lanka series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel. And as you well know, that this video was posted the day after the release of Crusader Kings 3's newest DLC, Legacy of Persia, which unlocks all the content. What do you mean unlocks? Which features all the content of all things Iranian world in its struggle from Mesopotamia through Transoxiana, from all those areas. But obviously the focus of this current video series here is still going to be Sri Lanka. And if I ever do a playthrough that relates to Legacy of Persia, I mean, at some point I will have to play it somewhere in the Iranian world. Don't know where exactly, but it's too far away to think about right now, because it probably won't be until like around December or January or so. That's when I'll finally do a playthrough on that, while we're still focused on the Sri Lankan Sangha struggle here, in which again I will end this series as soon as we reach that final goal, and we are still quite far away from it. But for now, there's plans for today regarding succession and marriage and succession. But anyways, I skipped a little bit of the time, a couple of days, and then this Sri Lankan flavor event popped up, which I moved it out of the way so that way I'll bring it down to you now. So here's what we got here. A hoard of ancient coins. Villagers recently discovered a large hoard of ancient gold coins in Nagadipa, with unusual and strange designs. Such finds aren't unheard of, and reflect how the island of Tambapani has seen much trade over the centuries. Who knows what ancient merchants brought the coins here. Anyways, the villagers were rather morally upright and brought the coins to me, as they did not feel comfortable taking it for themselves. Now I have to decide what to do with these coins. Well, knowing I'm an avaricious person, I'm naturally going to go for the option that's going to give you the most money. Generous to villagers, 100 gold, or 50 gold in prestige. Well, obviously, into my treasury these coins will go. So now for historical context. Because of its important location along the maritime Silk Road, old coins have been found on the island from different eras and origins, most notably ancient Roman coins. Cosmas Inequalities, or Cosma, who sailed to India, a 6th century merchant from Egypt, recounts an interesting anecdote related to this in his book about foreign lands, Christian Telegraphy. In Cosmas' anecdote, a Roman and a Persian, perhaps dignitaries or high-ranking merchants, arrived at the court of Sri Lanka's king. Because Rome and Persia were mighty rival empires, the king asked the men which of their kings was greater. The Persian made extravagant claims about the Persian Shah's power first. The Roman then said that the Roman and Persian kings were already there next to them, so the Sri Lankan king could see for himself. Confused, the Sri Lankan king asked, how was this possible? The Roman then asked to be given 2 coins, one Roman and one Persian, each bearing their king's faces. The Roman coin made of gold looked more splendid than the Persian silver, and so the Sri Lankan king, impressed with the Romans' wit and beauty of their coins, bestowed great rewards on the Roman, while the Persian left in shame. Though probably a fanciful tale, the story does suggest a few things. First, coins circulated widely in the Indian Ocean. Second, there was frequent enough contact between different regions in Eurasia. Again, we're in the middle of the maritime Silk Road, so we do have contacts of east and west, naturally. So, there you go, got 100 coins, because people have found them. You've got 17 months to fulfill that promise that you accidentally made. And if you don't make that promise, big consequences for you. And I recall that we would have to, 3 years' time? In a year's time. Next August. We can do that. We can wait. I got a year. And plus, we mentioned succession. This is our newest child. My daughter, Rajini, princess, Seneya, which I named her heir. I designated her to be the heir because we may never know that she'll have the smarts or the beauty that comes from her mother, Fu, the Chinese Silk Road entertainer. My entourage and I are strolling back from a short foray into Vijaya Rajapura. We unexpectedly run across my cousin, Vikramabahu, and his retinue, skulking around my capital on an unannounced business. Ah, Gajabahu, I was hoping to run into you. Come, I've found a most delightful little taverna just a short ways from here. Would you care to join me with some spiced wines and hashish cakes? I could be persuaded to indulge a little. One cake becomes two, then three, then five. My health is poor, so I have a limited time on Earth, and I fear that Seneya's reign will begin as a child ruler, and this could not only end the era of the temple builders, is what I've been calling it here. A major almsgiving ceremony. That's for of the Agiri. Right. I don't have a few years. I don't have much long to live. But this would end the era of the temple builders, and this may enter into an era of uncertainty for a while under the reign of Seneya, who is my youngest daughter, my youngest child. Nothing could have prepared me for the letter when Carter holding in my shaking hands. My betrothed, Gamakamba, whom I was promised to marry at grand wedding, has suddenly passed away. There won't be any celebration for all my family's careful planning has now gone to waste. What happened to her? Was she murdered? Executed? Oh. It's a true tragedy. But I would say, in a callous way, I'll say that was a blessing in disguise. So that way I don't have to spend that lot of money for that. Now, despite the medicine focus, despite the Iron Baker's loaf from Machawa, which I incorrectly said it came from Bosnia, but you're thinking of that old Bosnian sword or some other thing that you brought in over from Bosnia-Herzegovina. But such a Machawa, that's in modern-day Serbia. So, despite all this, this is not going to improve my health any further. So I'll try to raise her as long as I can live. So for Mahavihara, I'm trying to do the math in my head. 450 plus 450 is 900. Okay, 450 plus 450 is 900. So we're not quite reached the halfway mark, because again, I'm going to make the Mahavihara Monastery to be the one to unite the Sangha once we get up to 900. We're still quite a long ways there. Unlike my grandfather, Gajabahu, who made Jetavana more prominent. It's due to reduce cost. Because look at that development. 50! Well, there's other things I could invest in. Oh, speaking of investment, the work I've done building up relations with the local Middle Eastern community have paid off. They've recently agreed to partner with me in a number of advantageous business deals. Through their networks on the Silk Road, we will surely earn a great profit. Minor Silk Road business deal. But at least I got a rich trade route. Because I was thinking about investing in blacksmiths. So I'll get to work on that. Starting with Missionaries. Homely man. Fellow hunter. Remember, these two lands here are going to be given away. So I suggest you just focus on here and now. We do not have the windmills innovation, which is something we're currently looking to get in 10 years. No doubt under the reign of Seneya. I'm about to have men-at-arms innovation. And speaking of men-at-arms, that's something that we tend to lack here because of the monthly income. As much as I'd like to improve it more here. We can improve Trinco. By the will of Virudaka, why am I so sore? I slept well, so as I usually do. But whenever I stretch, I can feel my bones sparking as they scrape against each other. I stare down at my hands, closely observing the nails, yellowing with age. The type of skin that's wrinkling more than I like. It's difficult to imagine that youth once surged through this flesh, hot and vital. Gah, do everyone's joints creak like this? My body's beginning to slow down. Yeah, at least we got the merchant settlers here to negate this penalty. Adds more tax income. So we'll turn Trinco into a large city. Trinco is a local nickname for Trincomalee. For those who are wondering why am I pronouncing it as such. Well, since I don't have long to live, I might as well hold court. My lord, begins my cousin Gajabahu, looking very contrite. The last period has been really tough on my domain. Extra spits were required on every front, and my coffers are sadly empty. It pains me to but I resolved to appeal to your for help in paying off my debts. I will not forget your generosity in my time of need. How much? Debt means bad administration. Danamita, help him. You'll get your support. The furious Aga Rada Gajabahu strides forward. Paru Pandana Dahamsana. Gajabahu gestures accusing. My lord, I am certain that Dahamsana lusts after my wife, Laslaru Seneya. I cannot tolerate Skogi any longer. Dahamsana nods. Yes, I would love Laslaru. Oh, what I would give to have for myself. Don't you know that marriage is sacred? My nephew, Mahasana, could barely contain his rage erupting. Something must be done with that Tamil outsider. He just took his own. I've quite enough of Nalava and Kiravanaki and the ridiculous customs. Everything about them is alien to Bharatiya virtues. Talking about Indo-Aryan. It's time for your foreign subjects to adopt the mores of their betters. There is much you can learn from other traditions. 94% chance that the cultural traditions are eased, and this will further increase the cultural excess between the Sinhalese and the Tamil. So that would help. 82% cultural acceptance. I've never seen it this high. We're basically brothers. Even though we share the same heritage group and language union. We both share majority Eastern religion here. And cultures or geographically close and share pluralist majority faiths. It's all about cultural benevolence. ill. But do not worry. You have the major veneration from the Bodhi tree. Oh, actually, they give a small health boost. I would love to go on a pilgrimage to, let me see, Forge Regalia. Slovak Medja. Czechoslovak Medja. What's the Forge Regalia? You got it. Because I never had a regalia of my own. Well, still got a few more years left in me. No fancy dreams. I'm gonna die soon. Just save your money, because we're about to spend it on a large Buddhist building. For once, build a monastery. Yes. It shall be large in size. After it's done, the prominence for all monasteries will increase, including Mahavihara. Which reminds me, knowing that Seneya will be a child ruler. You're a child ruler. Vikrama. So that means you can't patronize a monastery when you're a child ruler. Unless he hasn't decided it, I don't know. That's something we'll find out soon. Look at the dynasty renown gain we're getting. One king, me, a duke somewhere, and 2 counts. Who's the duke in Pagan? And I remember, to my beloved Fu. There's Gajabahu. And then there's the other count. Oh, who's the count? Wait, is it over there? No. Okay, now the minor Silk Road business deal turned into a major one. Much better. Actually, look that up. Living members regarding rank. There's half-brother, who lives... Oh, he's a member of the mercenary company. Okay, that's where the Duke part's come from. My half-brother went on to be a mercenary captain. How about that? From now on, save your money, because daughter's gonna inherit all of it. Gajabahu Jr. You are a charismatic negotiator. My friend died. She was capable. Coma. Well, that doesn't cost much now. 4:30, and knowing that we'll have that Buddhist building finished soon, we'll get up to around 4:50, which makes us reaching the halfway point for the struggle in order to unite the Sangha for the Mahavihara. Oh, can I sell titles again? No, but you will next year, if you live that long. Well, oh, this year no, that's next year. It's all next year. Okay then I'll meditate. I'll go meditate down there. There might be some danger, but I ain't scared of trouble is brewing in Rata of Nagadipa. Led by a charismatic populace raised from a crowd spreading false rumors about myself. Significant segments of the populace seem to believe in the lies and target me as the sources of anger. The commoners are refusing to engage with all the bureaucrats running the place, disobeying orders given by the militia and causing all sort of havoc by the general policies being implemented in the region. As things stand, this state of affairs causes a significant drop in people's opinion about myself. This could lead to dangerous situations for my physical integrity down the road. Oh, be careful over there. The place is a bit unruly lately. The smell of decay hits my nostrils like a pungent punch. The livestock don't look well as I glance at the immediate pastures at Vijayarajapura. The peasants working here drag their feet and aimlessly wander around trying to look busy. A clear lack of motivation and morale is rubbing off on the entire populace, as it would seem, as development of the area has clearly come to a standstill. I show in disbelief as the local leader, Narayagutta, approaches me. What a mismanaged hole! Well, Matale is going to be owned by somebody else soon, so I'll say I have better things to do. You eat it. If I die while I meditate there, well, that's a good way to go. Here lay Saint Agabodi of Mayarama, plus son of Abdullah. You better get going. I think I know a cure. I still got it, with my vast knowledge. What the duck? The day on the road's been fairly calm and nondescript so far. We're somewhere outside Udawalawa, and close to my eyes. I close my eyes as my mount brings us forward, one solid step at a time. As the wind plays a magnificent melody through the treetops, another noise is carried by the breeze, and not from our entourage. Is that quacking? I isolate the sound coming from the shrubbery on the right-hand side. Well, I'm in a mood for one last adventure. Follow that duck. I dismount and locate the duck in the nearby shrubbery. It starts wandering off to the wilderness, and I follow by foot. As I continue onward, the soft quack is slowly joined, at first faint, growing stronger. A chorus of tiny chirps. Now to the next shrub, I see not one duck, but a plethora of ducks in duckling nests. I feel my knees weakened as I take in the soft fluffiness of it all. This is too much. Ducklings. Less stress gain. Delightful. And the jungle here is swarming with tiny, dark, blood-sucking insects. No matter what we do or where we go, they are there, leeching our blood like a torturous cloud sent by Mara himself. Not only are the horses getting flighty and temperamental, but Avatar as well, especially my Ratabuddha, Varibos, who's fiercely flaying his sanguine-covered arms. Alright, boy, strip down. You'll walk up front. Did I get it? No, you didn't. Good. Didn't want to be drained by mosquitoes. Told them to get naked and take it all, basically. Now allow me to meditate in peace. And if I die in peace, then why not like how a Buddhist would? She'll turn 2 this year, but keep in mind, I'm not going to be around long enough to raise her property, but we hope she'll be given a fair education. And don't spend so much money. Save up to 750 in case, you know, the whole university thing. Unless that's already been done. Here we are, my first regalia, finally. An open-end regalia set of masterful craftsmanship. It consists of a gold scepter set with pieces of emerald, fine satin ropes that's been embroidered with gold, and a large emerald cabochon necklace. A tiny but elegant description runs on the side, dedicated to my beloved food. Prestige gain per powerful vassal on council, and cheaper per mercenary hire cost, which is fine, and up on attraction opinion. This is lovely. There we go. I'm a little confused as to why my lover wants to present a grand gift to me in the courtyard. I soon understand, however, as Mahese Buyika Devi orders a group of soldiers into line. A complete regiment, raised from my own lands, ready to serve you. This is a grand gift. They will serve as my personal guard. Because Siddhartha knows I need it on a journey back. Oh, wait a minute. Where is it? I was hoping to... Is there a way to keep track of how much time we have left before I finish my meditation? Two years old now. She's ill, but she's been treated by our physician. Oh, nephew's lost the land. Blast. There goes our presents. After arriving in the wild forest of Mahagama, I found a peaceful clearing to meditate in. The remote location was a significant boon, giving me a welcome reprieve from the daily problems I have to typically deal with at court. I'm glad I took the time to do this. Now to get back home before I die. Always thinking about death, have you? Father Voice, who is still, you know, naked as I told him to so he can lure the mosquitoes. Well, keep it that way. No mosquito's gonna get me, instead it's gonna get my bodyguard. My naked bodyguard. Truly a stroll through Badu as a gift from Tathagata Gaba. The tranquility of this place suddenly and abruptly broken by the furious grunts and clamour. Hark! Get me out of this metal prison. My squad took offense to my manner, even as going so far as to call me heartless and has abandoned me. Whatever this strange man did could not have been enough to justify being stuck forever in his armor. I could, of course, have someone to help him, but is it truly worth it? We don't typically see albinos around here. Consider the armor gone for a price. The road has gotten incredibly hilly these past few hours, and everyone's beginning to worry. After a while longer, with no end of the hills in sight, one of my traveling companions, Courtiers, approaches me and says, "My lord, our mounts cannot carry on like this so much longer. The poor animals need a break, or I fear they'll collapse. We must stop to rest." He knows full well that this will delay our journey to the Aga Rada Gajabahu. He is right, it would be wise to rest. I'm used to resting, meditation, and contemplation and all that. Yeah, I'll never forget when I encountered countless fluffy ducklings while exploring the wilds of the Overhaul jungle. The reason why I never, enact the decision of found a holy order is because we are nowhere near anyone that is threatening, the Theravada religion. Like, say, someone who's hostile. We're very far away from those, so there's no reason for that. Now, next year, we'll support the Sangha and more. If we have enough money by then. I mean, of course we will. It's just I'm talking about, will I have a life to live? And will she be given enough time to, words. For 31, it fell in prominence recently because of other events, no doubt. And don't forget, the Buddhist building is still yet to be complete. The monastery is yet to be complete, which will help all the monasteries. Again, concern about here, for the most part. As much as I would like to improve this further, we don't have windmills yet. Gift of entertainers. Thank you very much, cousin. Every little bit helps with the renown. Please remember, it's Aga Rada Gajabahu who lives over in Kasumi is going to inherit this land. While meanwhile, in Matale, Agabudi, son and royal architect and friend, will inherit here. While the Javarajapura will be inherited by Rajini Seneya. Got enough money to get what you need. We can construct irrigation tanks, but we're waiting for more money. could support the Sangha. As I read the ancients, I'm reminded of the majesty of their rulers, of the glory of their palaces. My imagination runs rampant, but the walls of my study stand cold and blank. Should I not strive to do as they once did? By Siddhartha, shouldn't the palace of Tirukomalai be worthy to say respect? My rule has been one of good order, of stability, and moral justice. I have to find a right artist to depict it, but in what way? Bitch, search everywhere. With my leave, my daughter Seneya and a wet nurse parade around my chamber. Food poses like a herald proclaims. My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Seneya has a mighty gift to offer you. She nods forward. Go ahead, Seneya, tell him. Father, I lost a tooth. My daughter proudly presents her toothless smile, handing me a pouch with a fallen tooth inside. Lovely, but keep your tooth as a good charm. Yes. Serene waters. It's rare enough for me to have some time alone in Vijaya Rajapura. But it does happen. Relatively alone, that is. That my minders are within earshot, but far enough away to give me a little space as I ride through my lands. For a time, I stopped beside a lake, a secluded spot. I don't think I've ridden through here before. It's peaceful. The waters clearly run deep, though slight swirls and eddies on the surface suggest they drain towards something larger nearby. Perhaps I'll have it back here soon. A nice spot, this. Surely worth a revisit. Are there any lakes in Sri Lanka, besides the old irrigation tanks that are still there today? Ah, here he is. Monastery's complete. This jumps up the prominence big time. And now, construct the irrigation tank. Give it a grand one. And then support the Sangha, as per usual. Yes, jumped up big time. 491 for Mahavihara. I need to get note thyself, so I'll know when exactly do I pass away. But it's not until 5 years to get the next perk unless it's an event. Although, I cannot reset it as I did at once way back when. But I could die within those 5 years. To the sensible Gajabahu, that proclaims, I bring you the best artisan in the whole of Tirukomalai. As he introduced, Kittivama enters the hall, but Kitty stride and offers me his service. In his hands holds sketches of the previous works. Forgiving, honest, and patient. He's half and half. I guess you're perfect for the job. In my study, Kittivama looks at me closely. Frantically, I try to describe him the beautiful sculpted relief I've dreamed of. The color, the size, the subjects. Again, I like to get more renowned as much as possible. So, the glorious house of Gajabahu. The sculpted relief will include me and my house. This will earn renown proportionately to the size of my house. I pay half the necessary expenses, amounted to a total of 950 gold. Now you will pay the rest at the end. Personal warning. So, yes, Gule, my Ratsir Gulava approaches me one day to voice her concerns about the poor popular opinion I have parts of my domain. Yeah, Nagadipa. As things stand, she proceeded to detail how my frequent and necessary travels crossings might be used by disgruntled individuals in an attempt to ambush me and place my life in danger. Galava suggests I improve the county popular opinion in the unhappy province zone. A decision to that is available, and that I hire one, or even better, two bodyguards. And the knowledge Galay is paid to worry about possible developments is alert to every probability, however small, must know to proceed with caution. I hear you loud and clear, my dear Galay. To the sensible Gajabahu. When observing an artwork, one can intuitively understand the person he's looking at. A man portrayed with great all-seeing eyes will pierce into your soul. One with large shoulders will spark in the observer's imagination of many campaigns he's and one with naturalistic proportions and characteristics will bring ideals of perfection and purity. What will I want him to think of? Since I'm not going to be around for long. The purity of it. This character is represented in a sculptor relief like the naturalistic proportions and features, like the marbles of old Rome. Naturalistic beauty of it. My daughter and heir, Seneya, is an unusually calm child. When others play their wild games, say off their withdrawals to some silent quarter, she does not speak a lot, but I can tell she's always thinking about something. I wonder what is on her mind. She's pensive, though. She's often lost in thought, trying to understand the world around her. She often relies on books and systems to make sense of things. Though it did increase her learning. The choice of my true-born heir to Gajabahu is not merely made by a piece of paper, but by signs. Tangible, clear signs testifying how true and irreversible Seneya's claim is to all. As Kintivar was working on a sculptor relief, it wouldn't be right if my daughter and heir wasn't depicted near me and my throne. Unfortunately, three others in line, Danamita, Padakarabahu, and Mahasena don't seem to take my decision with stride. I've come to me to question it. So far, I kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has grown too dramatic to ignore for much longer. I do not care. It is her right. I designated her. I chose her to be the heir. She is the one. Typhus. I suppose it's the case for any family. But by Siddhartha does Gajabahu get on my nerves. No matter how much I try, the mere thought of having him on my sculpted relief drives me crazy. Of course I could leave him out of it. I have to think about the Gajabahu name. There is a text called the Honorable Critic on surveying the meanings behind dreams. One of its ideas, which has spread around the court like wildfire since Kintivar started working on the sculpted relief. It is the belief that my regalia, the length of the pendants on my crown, may influence the well-being of Gajabahu. Dago, in particular, has been very vocal about their increasing splendor in the sculpted relief, for good fortune. I'll take any chance to add more pearls to it. We always have more money than... After months of hard work, the venerable Kintivama has finally concluded that the sculpted relief, and what a masterpiece it is. Beautiful. Oh, ho, ho! 870 renown! And pay back the half remaining expenses, which amount to a total of 190 gold. Beautiful. The Gajabahu dynasty is known far and wide. It is significant. Huge jump. Big jump. Just about almost halfway for the next one. Oh, oh, oh. That was a good investment. Now I could die happy. Could go on a grand tour, but I cannot because I'll pass away by then. Still naked, huh? Actually, there is one more activity I want to do, and it's for a further renown game. Let's go worship the ancestors. I'd like to be the pious ruler that I've ever lived. Church holding, church holding. Doesn't matter where you go. Well, let's go to that end of the Jaffna Peninsula. This will be a large gain. No need for, you know, costs. I'd like everyone to be there. So let us worship the ancestors. We often do that down here. Let's go to the opposite end. For our ancestors. And I want to be at that temple over there at the end of the Jaffna Peninsula because, again, we lived in the era of temple builders and I'm one of its patrons. The fields of Pankulam are sight to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem roses. I quickly tracked down the sources of Anansi, spotting a man standing in the field, simply holding a lecture, some gathering of some sort to a gathering of listeners. My name is Master Tesa. He notices me in the distance and turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast. Yes, comparatively vast. So stay a while and listen. Color me intrigued. Down to earth. Shit, I'm gonna be late. My health is fine now. Okay, we've averted it. It's good that we decided to get that health boost. I mean, I would hate it to start playing as her while she's still a child, but as I said, I still got a good couple of years in me, and that I do. Traveling through here in Mulativu is sometimes harsh. Environments has vigorous effects on at least my state of my mind and vigor. I glance over Father Bo's unfortunate man. However, does not appear to be doing us quite good. His movement labored, his breathing heavy, spontaneous bursts of color rippled through his body. He's clearly not well. I know a cure. You got it. Mulativu is home to a famous wayside shrine I happen to be passing by today. Locals tell us it is uncommon for travelers to spend a few days praying there, or it is said that doing so will ensure safe passage for one's journey. I'm unsure how helpful praying this site would be, but I should at least pay my respect to Siddhartha while here. Spent a few days in prayer here. My health is fine now. It's not going to go poor anytime soon. Here we are. For our ancestors. Doing this for the renown gain. Bit by bit. And you know, with my health fine now, I guess I should do a grand tour. I really should. Take advantage of this while you can. After we're done with the ancestor veneration. Today I've gathered members of my family to pay respect to our ancestors in a grand ceremony. As we perform the traditional Theravada rites, evocations, ritual offerings, and gestures that typify these ceremonies, we reflect on our forefathers and foremothers, the struggles they went through, as well as the wisdom and the help they continue to provide us to this day. Following this ceremony, we gather for a family meal and spend time with each other. We affirm in our hearts that the memory of our ancestors cannot be forgotten. Let's do our best to honor their legacy with righteous acts. I can only hope they are watching us from beyond, and that they are proud of what the latest generation of the Gajabahu family has accomplished. It is always It's always proper to pay respect to one's ancestor. 31 renown. Yeah. Let's go home. And then start the Grand Tour. Seneya's first words. Hurry, my liege, you have to hear this. The wet-nosed fool rushes me into my daughter and heir's chambers. Fool points at Seneya outside and leans towards it. Ka, pa, na, rataputa, rataputa. Looks like Seneya already has a martial spirit. What else could she say? I pressed her to keep talking. Despite her sense, I'd like for her to have a martial education in future. Status quo. Okay. Grand Tour it is then. Where the hell is everybody else? Oh. They're all returning. Okay, this can wait. Until this man here in particular returns to Magapura, then we'll begin the Grand Tour officially. He'll live. Don't you worry. Okay, let's begin. Four. Where's the other? Oh, right, you're a child. I can't do that. Okay. Take what we can get. Now let's mix it up a little. Every available courtier can come with me. And yes, daughter and heir will be with us too. While we're at it, get the Silk Road merchants. And be safe. Except the more dangerous parts of the jungle. So that's the reason why. There's county control issues. Leave it at justice. Okay, wait a month. There we go. Let's do it. Gotta be the largest entourage we'll ever have. A Bosnian man! For once. And a hunter too. Everybody's coming. This isn't just gonna be any other Grand Tour. I'm bringing the whole damn court with me! That includes my daughter. The first ever travels. Try to make as much fortune as we can before I die. I'm still feeling fine thanks to Down to Earth. Let's have this dinner. There's going to be a lot of activity log going on with this many people here. been a long and wondrous evening of revelry and memory. Many a goblet of wine shared between me and my good host Mahasena. Oh, it would seem that Mahasena is trying to drink more than me, always filling his own goblet a little higher than mine. Some sort of this challenge, perhaps out of sense of stakes here. You underestimate my prowess. Rejected the challenge. My host, Mahasena, has brought out me home to a local tavern. All around I see the wretched, weak, engaged, drink and debauchery. But Ratslato Mahasena assures me that the Thara served this establishment is simply to die for. As the first round passes my lips, I feel alive. This drink hits like a ton of bricks, and I feel that tonight will be the night of endless revelry. I will drink until I die. 1% chance of death. I'm like, that's gonna happen. Drunk and stupid, but not drunkard. So yeah, I did that for once because I'm loving life. It is morning. I emerge reluctantly into the waking world as the morning sun suddenly pierces my vision. I see a servant shuffling awkwardly around my room. Unsteady as she sets my breakfast table beside me, I ask what troubles her. Even with such minimal provocation, she begins to vomit words forth. Oh, my wise and kind Aga Rada, these walls talk. Oh, what terrible things they say. I know so much. Too much, I think, some days. Mahasena would never forgive me if I told you. I just can't keep these secrets in my head anymore. You gotta tell me at once. Senarat, you are a non-believer? It's a major secret, you know. Even if I did, it's not worth it. Bartabos, you finally speak our tongue. Truly the meal this evening has been a delight. I feasted on all manners of foods, savory and sweet, but nothing's quite an animal appetite like these fine saffron cakes. No matter how many I eat, no matter how much I savor their taste, it just simply isn't enough to get them out of my mind. I find myself becoming lost in each bite, the flavor bursting in my mouth, bringing me one step closer to experiencing nirvana. Though my stomach's packed tight and my clothing restrained, I feel compelled to reach for more. 0% chance of death, but it's either going to be full of desserts or I have stomachache. Either could be good or not. I'm satisfied. Healthiness. Time for tribute. I emerge from my slumber after another peaceful night slaying with Mahasena as I regain my consciousness. Thank you for paying me. I feel sitting here. I was there. I feel a familiar touch of a woman gliding her finger acquisitively across my breast. This gift is certainly unexpected. It was really such a pleasant thing to wake up to. Hey, you paid me enough. I don't have long to live. Get out of my sight. You're entering the dangerous jungle now. We're here to improve the control here. Cousin Vikramabahu, how you doing, man? We're here to improve control here. You barely learned Sihala as long as we've known each other. I find myself curious to see how the lowlifes of Rohana live, so I pay a visit to an establishment where locals seem to be growing rowdy. One man stands atop a table, commanding the attention of everyone within earshot. What do we even need a pastorado for anyway? Vikram makes us fight his battles while he rests on his laurels. Yet he inspects our undying loyalty. The entire building erupts in a thumping and applause. Clearly my pastor is not found in his own home. Arrest these traitors. Just trying to prove your control, just to keep things stable in our nation. Fu has learned Sihala. As I continue to tour around the grounds of the Gama Magampura, I hear unfamiliar voices all around us. Suddenly I find my entire party surrounded by women in hoods pointing knives and bows directly at me. One of these steps towards the presses with a knife from my side. Happy hunting, my lord. We come hunting Aga Radas. Though I am first startled, it's become clear that it's just an act. The assassin gives me a wink and observes that the weapon is made entirely of wood and dull on all sides. They expect me to play along and fall to the intent of my life. How about you, fool? Wandering the countryside of Rohana, I happened across the sea to be gathering a peasant's small hand. Accompanied by the proud owners, onions of immense size fills carts and market stalls. The peasants occasionally bring their goods to be judged, analyzing their size and health. They seem to be holding some sort of festival. As soon as I'm noticed, they're eager to show me the fruits of their labor. We should survey these lands. Again? Time for a tribute. Thank you. %, and you failed. You're coming on with me, not this time. You two can make amends. That we did. Sorry, can't be there. In fact, since we brought the whole court, the only one that didn't come were some of the children. No, she's still traveling with us. It seems you have issues. That's why we're here to increase control here. Vimala Dharma Surya has consistently astonished me with his intellect. A true thinker, aren't they? There is potential in his skills and traits. I could certainly put both to good use, instead of watching him went away here. Like a plant neglect of sun. I must simply have him in my club. This is just silly. During the tour to Gama of Seneya, I'm locked in a conversation with my cousin Gajabahu about the subtle art of diplomacy and appeasement, when he's ordered by one of his courtiers. Although a lowly courtier spoke completely out of turn, outside of Gajabahu and my Raman stranger did not chastise him, but allowed him to speak directly to me. Though what he has to say is quite interesting. Bringing the social etiquette caught me quite off guard. I will listen. Since I got a couple more years to live, sure. Hopefully improved version of a bridge. $492 still. Little has changed. Time for tribute. Thanks. We'll be there in 2 months. What a coincidence. We happened to stop by a certain village in Muneswaram, right when the locals were holding a wedding between two great clans living there. The bride is beautiful and graceful in her traditional Sihala wedding clothes, while the groom is just as handsome and charming. More importantly, this is just the start of a lively feast of epic proportions, and locals invited us to join in. There's plenty of food and drink to go around for everyone. Even strangers, they say, that the festivities will likely last several days. Sounds like a fun occasion, why not? 10 days means more possibility for this. Yes. Several peasants got around me asking for stories from my life. I think back of what I could tell them, and two stories jump to mind. One, when my son Siva was born, is a lovely memory. On the other hand, I was victorious in Nidal's dethronement wars and more tale, likely to inspire loyalty and fervor. I'll tell the first story. It's popular here. Oh, not again with this. Left my entourage, have you? I do have the Silk Road merchant trait now. Always nice. Now the cultural festival in Vani. The sound of flutes and drums is quickly accompanied by a group of dancing guests, all following in the music, joyful movements and laughter. A couple sneaks away into the alleyway. Kids jump in a circle. A lonely old man struggles to move his hips. I turn to my spouse, Goulet, and admire her gentle smile, clapping at the rhythm of the music. May I, my sweet Goulet? A lot of gold. Even more. My beloved VIET. Tribute time. She gave in, and our gifts exchange. That damn thing's gonna break. I'll just say useless item. Maybe I could use it to sell it for scraps. What can I give you? Not that. Well, I could give you this. Indulgent wastrel. Hold on. We'll be there at court soon enough. Deal. I win. Have you considered this? No. Made it home. 150 renown. Alright, now what's going on here? The entertainer. Aga Rada, my son, and Seneya. Everyone is still talking about the many talents that entertainers Gajabahu offered, gifted me a while back. One of them, however, stood out particular. Seneya, who is of Ugu's ancestry. Aga Rada Gajabahu, Aga Rada tells me one day, which you are the heir to. Batala, yes. I speak everyone here when I say that Gula is an entertainer unlike any I've seen across the Silk Road. It would be a waste to let her languish, nothing more than a mere servant. Nay, I'd say it would be proper to promote her to be one of the regular members of this court, as a reward of such wonderful service she provided us. It is a bit unorthodox suggestion, but not unheard of. When asked in Neelingson what she thinks, she meekly responds with carefully chosen words. I only wish to bring joy to my court, no matter what you require of me. You're old foot. What happened to your leg? Who hurt you? Yeah, sure. You deserve it. Matter of fact, I want you to marry my son, Aga Rada here. Because I say so, despite the age difference. And plus she's lost, so you'll get children in no time. Despite all this, my health is back to being poor now. Ah yes, relic veneration. To the Bodhi tree. Anything to help with the Mahavihara. May the 3 jewels protect us on our journey. She's 5 now. Yes, 5 years old. It's a wonder that a century ago, the Cholas were our mortal enemies. 100 years later, we're just relatively cautious, if not good neighbors, at most. Again, not in the mood to read the text. Because these seen it all before. Bathe the tree and don't write my name on it. Since I had a habit of doing every time I come here, I don't know how to put it. $4.97 for Aga Rada. This whole time regarding the traveler thing. Oh yeah, you got it all. Put some money into that. Come on. One last time. Sell the titles. Ah yes, donate to the Mahabodhi. We haven't done this in a long time. Give a massive donation to it, and we will gain renown for this. Don't donate to the Nalanda University. Save that for the Heir. An open and brooch of masterful craftsmanship. Is craftswomanship a thing? Craftsman. Well, anyways, it consists of an emerald cabochon that is framed by electrum rings set with runes. Helps the romance scheme of it. A tiny but elegant inscription runs on the side, dedicated to my beloved Buiga Devi. That'll be useful to someone one day. Ha! Yeah, he pays me even more money. It was 50, but earlier in this video it was 50, but look how fast it went up. Because of all these things. I'm just amazed. Peasant rabble at Nagadeepa. Oh, the threat is real. Oh, something we should have invested long ago. The pirate den here. Turn the thieves' hideout to a black market. The pirates of this region are working more closely with local lords to steal goods from wild merchants and smuggle them elsewhere. It is a profitable arrangement, and not an uncommon one in the Indian Ocean. Hey, neighbor, here's some silk entertainers. Just a tiny bit of renown, that's why I did that. I could drop at any given time now. Vahu and Seneya became friends. Okay, that's good. Despite their differences, they will be friends. Why the heck not? I don't have long to live, so... I'm a deviant. And they never... My secret of me being a deviant was never ever revealed. Yeah. No one will ever know. Saw that. Stop! Grand Tournament in Cholamandalum. Well, now look, let me tell you something. I do not have the means to compete in a tournament as state that I am. But I'll be damned if I don't attend and observe. What's it got? Planning, recital, horse race, board game. You're spending a fortune over there. Where'd you get all that money? You have to leave in 53 days. Well, in the meantime, well, first things first, get the Silk Road merchants as we'll be out there for a while. Again, before August 19th. There's enough time for that. You know what, I'll bite. I'll be a greedy bastard for this. Increase some of the income by getting local tax collectors. Seneya will be coming with me. Now listen, I'm not going to be there in tournaments, but instead, my intent in going over there is going to be recruit. See if we can find anybody who's worth to join the court. Although, remember, I cannot compete because I'm infirm, but I could at least attend and observe. So, let's get to it. And yes, he's coming with me. The sorcerer of Vavanir. Vavanir is a strange and obscure custom. The practice of the Vaishnavite faith is strange and unimaginably different from Theravada, and nowhere is that more apparent than their attitude towards the practice of magic. Right in the middle of the town is a man chanting incantations and offering blessings of Rebecca. It is strange to me, but people appear positively jubilant to be in his presence. It must be made to understand that sorcery is a sin. I won a debate, then he's joined. Good! Because I would like to have his smarts. You make an excellent spy master for this. Sorry about that, Goa. You served me well. We found our man. What luck. Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws, and the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. The noise is so horrific it must have come from the depths of Naraka. Attempted to attract the source, he found a desperate about the Buddha, now struggling with a wild leopard. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip's beginning to falter. Oh, hell. Help him, Yudamala. Beat the leopard. I know a cure. Toll collectors. Tolls are for peasants and I'm the Aga Rada. August 3rd, just 2 days after the tournament begins. I've rarely seen my Rajput in Mogalan like this before, as I seem to be devouring a rich ordained book. Sometimes I manage to take a peek at the maps on its exterior. One morning, you found approaches me about his findings. My liege, there are rumors that the land of Rameswaram is home to extraordinary people. They say that sycophants, dwarf-like creatures with a single large foot run into these cities. Increasing the travel speed to get there fast, that would be better. I must see these creatures now. July 3rd is Seneya's birthday. And I'm going to do something that kind of contradicts it. Every time we get a new settlement, I take a moment to look around, trying to find the grotesque creatures I've seen in his maps. The chaos is simply too big. When we arrive at Dundee, he goes to me, grasping his book tightly. My liege, with all the incantations, but these creatures know where to be found. It's occurred to me that they may be perhaps no more than an invention. Ah, okay. Every morning since we've reached Tatu Kotai, my Rajput hidden Mogarana leaves his litter and silently glides away from my sight. This time I follow his path to find him a lively chat with the local Rajput at Kontan. The ceremony begins as the light candles illuminates Kontan, while the shadows play against the walls like an autumn leaves. Mogarana calling upstairs. What are you doing? My nature just occurred to me there may be more than one truth. There is room for a calm debate here. Convince him that there is only one truth. Now I've arrived at the site of tournament here at Cholamandalam. Though not all revelers have yet arrived, throngs of people wander through the colorful surroundings, all looking forward to the forthcoming displays of skill and prowess. I've already seen plenty of candidates ripe for induction into my ranks from my Radhabook. Remember, I'm here to recruit because I cannot compete because I'm infirm. Animal skills too low anyway. I greet the band of Radhapoda one to pass me. One straggler behind the rest makes me pause, spinning on my heel. I call after the figure. They're clad in shapeless, ill-fitting armor, their eyes wide and clearly terrified beneath the helmet. Something isn't right here. Stepping forward, I rip off the helmet before they have a chance to react. Standing before me, looking around furtively to see anyone has noticed before. It's none other than a woman, dressed as a Radhaputa, no less. Blinded to be as a Radhaputa, even. Gangambika. She is a Marathi Kannadiga, hybrid culture. She's ambitious, brave, stubborn, skilled tactician, playmaster, cautious leader. She's 18. I could do a service as someone like you. So, she'll not only compete in this tournament, but she'll join in my court. Yes. I have thought of something, of an idea. Remember, July 3rd. Stop right there. I have an idea. Seneya, who is 6 years old, don't have an education focus here. Even though they tell you to go for stewardship or learning, I'm going to do something that kind of goes against tradition. You are going for a martial education. And to boot, gonna move you as guardian for now, because I may not have long to live to raise you all the way like this. You're still gonna be sent to the university. Where is that person that just joined the court recently? The one with high prowess. What is that woman's name now? Well, she hasn't come here yet. Guess she's still on the way. Ah, screw it. Spending this amount of money again. Because I can't leave her to her own devices like this. Look, just have it this. Don't send the university just yet. Everything's fine. Seneya's curiosity of answers is growing to be more like the child. Seneya is stubborn. We don't have to get stubborn. But it is favors towards it. Actually, go to tent camp here. Again, I'm here to recruit people, not for me to compete. The moment I walk into camp, I'm greeted by the pungent smell. Cover my nose as much grace as I can while trying not to get sick. I'm approached by lay. You should go away, my lord. The contest is getting ill. Harmed by bad air, she warns me. There must be an explanation to it. Find it. 100% chance to find it. It comes back to me with a content smile on her face. I found the source, my lord. Trying to contain her laughter. The guests couldn't find a place to dispose their waste, so I resorted to dumping it in the river. The bad air carries illness, as Hippocrates so announced. Why would I tell them? Feeling fine again. Still have a role to play in my life. Remember the pirate den. To the village. Music can be heard from the fields surrounding the village. Following it, I come to its origin. The heavy garlanded square, flutes and tambourines, and all manners of instruments about a tree. Men and women dance around through every part of the square, their hands now joined together. Now they begin to sing, then they spin, spin, and spin. The perfect occasion to impress the attendants. Where's that one character? Gagabika. Still in Cholamandal. Because I was trying to give her daughter an heir because I want her to be the guardian. Even though the learning skill is poor, but thought may be influenced by such things. It's just an idea I had in mind. None of my radical will be competing in this. It's recital. Powerful vassal though is part of it. Entrance mill about the main tent, warm up vocal cords, and memorize stanzas as the crowd fills the amphitheater. May the best win. I'll place a bet. I just want to gamble a bit. Pair the bookie with a tavern's light. The pounder at the street of odd shots over the heads of milling punters. Not of a Kamabika is a recital favorite. 4-1. It's diplomacy is what makes it matter. And who's this other person? Aga Rada. Just a council member. Oh, this is you. 1 second. And this is Kambika, sister-in-law. Okay, safe bet. 1 moment, please. Does not have a keep building. Again, I'd like to make more investments though. Taberna is clearly winning. Songs and nerve remain steady. The win is all but guaranteed. A single word out of place is enough to get the crowd groaning despairingly at this point. Whilst pivot deliveries cause tumultuous applause, spectators stamp their feet and cheer as competitors approach the stage. A feverish atmosphere well underway. There are a few fresh competitors left to go, and even last time it all comes down to this. One last verse. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble, the contest is over. Someone's moment of sun's being ready. Herald steps for a voicemail person. After many trials and tribulations, and above all else, truly spirited competition, we have our final 3. Our 3rd place, the Gatsy Pavidram, coming a close second, Tiravanaki. And of course, Lisa Victor, Nakina Tiravalman. Lost irritating show of skill. Best man won. Lost a bet. Of course I cannot compete. Again, infirm. Horse race does not mean that I ride a horse. No, that's for one of them to ride my horse. That's how that works. Turning grounding. Go on, that. Go faster. Hear a man's voice echo across the grounds. I look up to see a small thing hurrying through the sky like a black bolt of lightning. Soon enough, it swoops down towards the finishing line. Bah, you must have cheated. Your bird cannot fly that fast. Just look at her. She's thick as you. Angry. Lose the shreds. But the winner looking smug. Double or nothing. Go again. Lost the bet. Ah, dang it. See if we could go to a tavern. See if we could find some rowdy people that be recruited for us. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament. To the delight of the attendees, 3 peasants in particular seem to be sharing what looks to an entire keg of soma. I'll get you for that, you fop doodle. Once fellow struggling, limply throwing a rock at his neighbor. Aga Rada. I'm sorry. Ha ha ha. The victim goes to deflect attack on me. Yes, it. You're on your own there, Spooky. Four, 1, 9. You're all crud! They're all blind drunk. It should be true to rile them up. Let them beat each other up. So uncivilized. To the Artisan's Quarter. Surveying the assembled petty nobility gathered in Cholamandalam, I just spot a sort of man I need. Apaya Madhushanka is a local horseman of some experience. Known to these parts of his valor despite of the low station. Aga Rada of a forgotten provincial line. As I approach to make the introduction, Balabava Bidideva appears beside him, clearly sharing my idea. He's sure I'll pay better. Drew my coin. He's with us. The finest horses in Tamilakam, adorned in the colors of their owners, are led around the track as the herald announces the contest's commencement. The riders mill around as they wait for the beasts to arrive, some stretching, some eyeing each other up. Nothing beats a good race. I'll bet I can make a bet. Appearing a book here to Taverna's dim light, ponder the stream of odd shadow over the heads of militants. Balabara Bidideva Stallion. Ninja's Gambit is the favorite. 4-1 Ninja's Gambit. Convitrons, Debutantes is likely underdog. Again, spectating, which means I won't see that much events. McIntyre environment's horse sports free. All they need to do now is to bring it home. Sweat flies off the galloping steeds as they round the final bend. The riders urging them with hailing voices. The crowd bays and hollers at the scene. The crowd reaches a crescendo. The riders urge their steeds in unison. The final finish line looms. Not far to go now. That about a bit to Davis horse. Ninja's Game crosses the line as corrupts, followed by Devadatta and Brinda. Fortune must favor him. Lost the wager again. I'm just not a good gambler, aren't I? Squires laugh and joke while they polish helms and mail. One of them snorts so hard it sounds like a pig, and the rest soon imitate him. I ride for a lord nearby. Long days I spot Baladeva. Malade comes to his counselor. This skills but greatly praise his name resonates as one of possible victors. A more prestigious life awaits your court. I'm getting tired of talking, to be honest. It's been a long video. The yard around the temple is deserted this close to the sunset. I hear the rustle around the leaves and the silhouette of a small animal running among the tombstones. The carvings are almost gone in some of them, clearly visible in others. I take a step towards it because it's late, but it'll keep getting later, because it's never been this late in my life. Wonder if I could find one of my ancestors. Doubt it. There's no one you know here. Last one to the turning ground. Guess I double clicked. Now it's board game. Contestants take their places at the gaming tables, fluffing their cushions and requesting refreshments. As Herald announces the contest commencement, the games themselves are laid out on trusted tables, pieces polished to a mere sheen. The board game qualifiers come in, and it's clear will be put forward to the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes, the crowd's cheers leave no questions to the favorites. May the best win. Place a bet. Gotta go for the unlikely, because I'd like to win more money, but it seems unlikely at this point. Nope. That one's already eliminated. Okay, don't care who wins. I just came here to recruit some people. So... it's between... hey, my vassal from Vani. And then this man. But there goes my vassal. This is this man who won. I lost the wager once again. To the village. Another lancer. I was about to serve me. He's an ambitious sort. There you go. I got all the people that I want. Did a good job recruiting. So, this man here won the prize ring, and this other won a prize scepter, and another won a prize necklace. Dynasty Chola gains 90 renown for that. I would love to hold tournaments one day, but we just don't have that kind of money. Now, let's just go home, alright? And we'll end this episode once we reach there. Or so. Oh hell. Scrolling through the Debutantes countryside is not quite the peaceful arc I'd imagine. The sky is black with clouds, and the farmland fields are deathly silent. That is until we hear near retching wails of agony coming from deep within the fields. As we draw near, we find a man struck out of a post of the word Scarecrow. From his dry lips and pale skin, it is apparent he's been here for a while. Some of the members of my entourage report me to cut him down. But is it really my concern? Oh. Paranoid, honest, vengeful. He's honest about vengeance, but I'll say he's clearly a criminal. That means he's coming to prison with me. You had gold on him. Greedy bastard. Sure. Thanks, Adulthood. I could finally come inside. 68 years old, health is poor. No matter how much you try. Remember this idea? Like we recruited that one woman over here? I want her to be the guardian of... Where are you? She even in court... Gagambika. In Cholamandalam. I was about to say, get over here. But you can't do that. Okay, disregard. Send her to the university. All that money is going to be spent for that. Needs the best education can get. Still have our good people. We'll be able to get this perk soon. So I'll know when I'll pass away exactly. Oh, how dare you. Actually, I'll end the episode when I get this perk. Oh. At least she's not going to start the rule very young. I'm happy about that. Years old now. Happy birthday, I know that event. Give me the smallest. Hadeyosh's horn. Whew. Just a couple more days. And then we'll pick up this perk and then end the episode. I lay cozy in my bed when I feel a familiar touch drifting across my bare chest. Think nothing at first. There's a struggle. I see that's my dearly departed Ethnicities of Gajabahu, sitting beside me. Oh, my dearest, has been so long, hasn't it? When I hold you, kiss you, does love not return to you as if it happened yesterday? Hold me, my sunshine. Love me all over again. I cannot believe it. Yet I see her and feel her. I know it's a dream. It is so vivid I simply cannot resist. Be gone, spirit. I'm too old for this sort of thing. Oh, cousin Vikramabahu. He was a constant companion and confidant. And to have him ripped from my life feels like a mortal wound which I'll never recover. Minor class note he gave me. The last note he will ever give me. I realized bitterly I tried to read it, but all I could do was move away from his face. As the precious words contained and not washed away by my tears. Though there was a crowd of many mourners around me, but I never felt so alone. I'll never forget this day. I experienced a level of catharsis. So I'll know when I'll die of natural causes, sooner or later. You're the man with the job. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end this episode here. And in the next episode, we'll find out when the reign of Gajabahu comes to an end, and the reign of the first female queen of our dynasty will begin. Well, one thing's for certain, she isn't going to start in the immediate future, but somewhere down the line. Which is good, just give her more time, even though I'm giving her martial education, which is, so that kind of goes against her nature, but we're trying to do something with it. Alright? So we'll do what we can. Do what we can. And continue to make investments, support and all that and more. So we'll see you in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.